Some of the world's most beloved celebrities have shocking secrets hidden behind their fame. They've won awards, topped charts, and graced magazine covers. But behind the cameras, some of them were involved in fatal incidents you'd never expect. Whether it was a tragic accident or a split-second decision that changed lives forever, these stories are real, and they're chilling. In this video, we're diving into the dark side of fame, uncovering the shocking cases where celebrities have been involved in incidents that led to someone's death. And no, these aren't urban legends or tabloid gossip. These are the cold, documented facts. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're into the kind of content that reveals the untold side of the world's biggest names, stories they don't want you to hear. Let's begin. Matthew Broderick. Most people remember Matthew Broderick for his iconic role in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But in 1987, Broderick's name made headlines for a very different reason. While vacationing in Northern Ireland with his then-girlfriend Jennifer Grey, Broderick was driving a rented BMW when he mistakenly veered into the wrong lane and collided head-on with another vehicle. The crash instantly killed a mother and her daughter, Anna Gallagher, 28, and Margaret Doherty, 63. Broderick suffered a fractured leg and other injuries, but was later charged with careless driving and fined just $175. The families of the victims were devastated, and many criticized how lightly Broderick got off. The actor later called the incident devastating and said he couldn't remember the crash at all. It was a tragic accident, but one that continues to follow him decades later. Caitlyn Jenner. In 2015, Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, was involved in a fatal four-car crash in Malibu, California. The pileup happened when Jenner's SUV rear-ended a Lexus, pushing it into oncoming traffic where it was struck by a Hummer. The driver of the Lexus, 69-year-old Kim Howe, was killed instantly. Though Jenner cooperated fully with authorities and was not found to be under the influence, investigators determined she was driving unsafely for the prevailing road conditions. Still, she faced no criminal charges, though she was sued in civil court and eventually settled multiple lawsuits with the victims' families. The crash sparked major controversy, especially around whether Jenner's fame influenced the lack of prosecution. Brandy Norwood. Singer and actress Brandy Norwood was America's sweetheart in the late 90s and early 2000s. But in 2006, she was involved in a freeway crash in Los Angeles that resulted in the death of 38-year-old Awatef Abudihaj. Brandy's car struck the vehicle in front of her, causing a chain reaction that led to Abudihaj's car being slammed against a center divider and hit again by another car. The victim died the next day. Though no drugs or alcohol were involved and Brandy was never criminally charged, she took full moral responsibility and paid millions to settle lawsuits filed by the family. The media frenzy around the accident devastated her career for years, and Brandy later described it as one of the darkest periods of her life. Don King. You might know Don King for his wild hair and legendary status in the boxing world, managing stars like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. But long before the fame, Don King was involved in not one, but two deaths. In 1954, King shot a man in the back who was allegedly trying to rob one of King's gambling operations. That killing was ruled a justifiable homicide. But in 1966, King was convicted of manslaughter after stomping a man named Sam Garrett to death over a $600 debt. He served nearly 4 years in prison before being pardoned by the state of Ohio. Despite the dark past, King became one of the most powerful figures in boxing, a testament to how fame can rewrite narratives. Laura Bush. Yes, even a former First Lady has a past most people don't know about. In 1963, Laura Bush, then 17 years old, ran a stop sign in Midland, Texas, and struck another vehicle. The crash killed 17-year-old Michael Douglas, a close friend and classmate. Police never charged Laura with any crime, and she was never even ticketed. The tragedy stayed buried for decades, only gaining attention after her husband, George W. Bush, became president. In her memoir, Laura Bush wrote that the crash caused her immense grief and guilt. She said not a day goes by that she doesn't think about it. Vince Neil, Motley Crue. Rock stars are known for living life on the edge, but Vince Neil of Motley Crue paid a terrible price for it. In 1984, while driving under the influence in Redondo Beach, California, Vince lost control of his car and crashed, killing his passenger, Hanoi Rocks drummer Nicholas Razzle Dingley, and injuring two others in the other vehicle. Vince Neil was charged with vehicular manslaughter and driving under the influence. But here's the shocking part. He served only 15 days in jail and paid $2.6 million in restitution. That's it. The light sentence sparked outrage, and even Vince later admitted he should have served more time. The incident is still considered one of the darkest moments in rock history. Rebecca Gayheart. In 2001, actress Rebecca Gayheart, known for roles in shows like Beverly Hills 90210, was driving in Los Angeles when she struck and killed 9-year-old Jorge Cruz Jr. as he crossed the street. Witnesses say she was driving too fast and illegally passed another car that had stopped for the boy in the crosswalk. Gayheart pleaded no contest to vehicular manslaughter and was sentenced to 3 years probation, a 1-year suspension of her license, and 750 hours of community service. The guilt, she later said, will be with me forever. Her career took a massive hit and she disappeared from the spotlight shortly after. Phil Spector. Legendary music producer Phil Spector helped shape the sound of modern pop music, working with acts like the Beatles, Tina Turner, and the Righteous Brothers. But his legacy took a dark turn in 2003 when he was charged with the murder of actress Lana Clarkson. Clarkson was found dead in Spector's mansion, shot through the mouth. Spector claimed it was an accidental suicide, but the evidence, including prior allegations of him threatening women with guns, said otherwise. After a mistrial in 2007, Spector was retried and found guilty of second-degree murder in 2009. He was sentenced to 19 years to life and died in prison in 2021. Spector's story is perhaps the most extreme, from music genius to convicted killer. O.J. Simpson. This might be the most infamous case of all, the one that divided the world. O.J. Simpson, NFL Hall of Famer and Hollywood actor, was charged with the murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman in 1994. The brutal stabbings shocked the nation, and what followed was the most publicized trial in American history. Despite overwhelming forensic evidence, Simpson was found not guilty in 1995. Many believed his fame, wealth, and charisma influenced the verdict. Civil court later found him liable for both deaths, and he was ordered to pay $33.5 million to the victims' families. To this day, Simpson maintains his innocence, but public opinion remains split. Fame is a powerful shield. In some of these cases, it protected celebrities from serious punishment. In others, it amplified the spotlight on their mistakes. What's clear is that no amount of money or status can undo the pain and loss caused by these incidents. Some were accidents, others were crimes, but they all serve as a stark reminder that behind the red carpets and flashing cameras, celebrities are still human, and humans make devastating decisions. Which one of these stories shocked you the most? Did you already know about any of them? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more dark celebrity secrets, disturbing true stories, and hidden Hollywood truths, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. This is just the beginning. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.